Today I'm talking about Discord and specifically how you go about actually setting up your own Discord server. So I have done a few videos on the channel about different things related to Discord. How to, what it's all about, for example, and then also how to join a Discord server or how to join someone's community on Discord. I've got a bit of an issue with them being called Discord servers, by the way. I've got a feeling that puts some people off either joining them, other people's communities on Discord, or actually setting one up for themselves. I think that the term server makes it sound a little bit more technical than it possibly is for some people. It's just a kind of like a wording issue, whereas really a Discord server is basically just a community space. So in the same way you've got Facebook groups and things like that, then Discord is just another community space for your community to come together. So I'd love it if the word server was dropped from that, because as I say, I think it puts people off. Hey Kevin, popping in, and hey Paul as well. So today, I thought I'd just go through the process of how we actually set up the Discord server. So if you want to set up a community for yourself, it is really pretty straightforward. There's not a lot to it, but it's just a case of, if you're not familiar with how you would go about it, then hopefully this video would help. Obviously, if you are looking to set up your community on Discord, then definitely check out Discord for Creators. I've left links to all of Keely's stuff in the description. So she's got the Discord for Creators website, and then her server obviously over there, and then her YouTube channel will give you all you need to know about everything you need for setting up your community on Discord, or indeed just interacting in general. But wanted to cover that here, though, just so that you've got an idea of how to get into it. This is a little bit self-serving because, of course, I do have my own Discord server, takeonetech.io/Discord. So that's where I'm looking to build out my community around the channel. And so any further discussions around videos and stuff like that I've covered, or any video requests for that matter, then you can just pop into my Discord. I'll just pop that up once again. Link in the description as well, of course. But then that's where you can, submit video request ideas, all that sort of stuff as well, and have any discussion around the sorts of things that I cover on the channel. It's still in its quite early days. I don't know quite how many members we've got in there at the moment. It's not massive numbers. It's around about 30, 35, 40, something like that. So looking to grow that out though, and I will be becoming more active in there in terms of more written content. I always intended to have a blog that went along with my channel, and then for one reason and another, mainly time and dedication of time to it, that never really happened. But I'm thinking actually Discord is a much better place for a kind of blog style content, where I will be having, posting written posts there around the sort of things that I'm doing in terms of automation and using the tools and things like that I cover on the channel, and sort of creating posts around those to start discussions around that. So definitely head over to takeonetech.io/Discord to join my community over there. But for now though, let's have a look at how to set up a Discord community. First of all, hello Antonio, great to see you here. And you're thinking of doing this in the not too distant future. All right, well, definitely, I'm sure you've been following what's been going on in the Let's Get Live server, in .rocks server, and what an amazing job Keely has done of sort of making that. I can't believe actually quite how quickly it was sort of adopted, and how active it has become in a really short space of time. And that's down to really, Keely's organisation of it all. So, it's been a real inspiration for me, certainly. Hey Dale, great to see you as always as well. So let's dig in, shall we, and have a look at the process for setting up a Discord server. So I'll just come over into my screen sharing. Here I am in my server. So then I've also got .rocks and a load of others that I'm a member of or have created. So I've got a couple that I've created. One is my Take One Tech website, Take One Tech server, I should say. Use the right terminology. Then I've got another one for another business I'm doing, which is really in its early stages at the moment. That's for my trading organization that I'm setting up, or trading community I'm setting up around something I'm doing there. And then I've got another one that's for another use case as well. So those are really just in their early stages. And when I say early stages, this is my Take One Tech. This is my other one, Capital Research Lab. It is basically just a complete blank canvas at the moment. And that's what's spurred me to make this video really, or do this as a live stream, is just to cover the process of how to actually go about setting one up. So you have your server list down the side. This is basically a list of communities. I'd really love to get rid of the server terminology, but it is just a list of all the communities that you're a member of. You can group them, by the way, into folders. So if you have got lots that you're a member of, you can just sort of group and ungroup them like that into folders. And that's just simply a case of just dragging one on top of another, and then it just automatically creates a little folder. But down at the bottom here, we've got this little plus button, and this is Add Server. So down here, when you click on this, you can either create a server, and create your own, or you can start from a template. So they've got some different templates here. So either like gaming, school club, study group, friends, and so on. So those will have certain things already set up. You can also join a server from here. So if you've got an invite link, you can click on here, and you can add the invite link in, or if you don't have an invite link, then you can click on here, and from here you can actually just search. So there are a lot of public communities available as well. Once you've set up your community rather, you can make that public as well, but I think you need to have 1,000 members or something like that before you can actually make it so that it is kind of discoverable on the Discord, this area of Discord where it is discoverable basically. Otherwise, up until that point, you have to do it with the invite links. So that is just a way, by the way, that if you are logged into Discord, then you can actually find other communities or just add them into your existing Discord app. But we're going to go to this one, which is create my own. And then you've got two different options here. So for a club or community, for me and my friends. So that's obviously intended to be just a small little server as opposed to a public community. So if I just click on this one again, click to create my community, we want this one for club or community. You give it a name. So I'm just going to call this, I'll call it test server. There we go, because I might do some little tests and things like that. Take one test, and then you can obviously add an image just up here, and then click on create, and that's going to create your server, which looks like this, and it's put it just up at the top there. So it starts with basically a single text channel, and then it's got the voice channels there. So voice channels, a bit of a misnomer there as well. That is actually a video and voice. I've started off as voice, so they've just left the name the same, but that's where it is for either video or voice. So you can have full-on meetings or things like that in there as well. So here we've got the sort of initial interface. So just to get some more sort of nomenclature out of the way, we've got the server itself, which is the name of your community, which is down here. Then we've got channels, which are these different groupings of basically subjects or things like that that you're going to be discussing. And then the way that those are grouped together here, so where this says text channels, that is actually a category. So if I come back into my server, you can see I've got different categories here. So I've got events down here. These are sort of different automated events and things like that. Then down here I've got I beg your pardon, these are just free categories at the moment. Down here though, I've got this group here, which is start here. So that's all the different categories related to introductions, announcements, rules, and the help section. So these are all things for, basically getting started. This category here is the all the stuff related to my own content. So this is where I'm posting like any videos. I don't post all of my YouTube videos there because I'm guessing people are already following me on YouTube, so I don't need to double post with duplicating it. But anything that's related to YouTube will go in there, related to my channel. Then guest appearances, so this is where I've been on other people's shows and things like that. Video ideas, for if you want to recommend any ideas for a video that you would like me to do. Courses is basically for all of my courses, so that as I add in more courses as I go forward, you'll be able to find resources related to those there. Affiliate links, if you want to support any content creator, one of the easiest ways to do that is to use affiliate links for the things that you are going to buy or sign up to anyway. So I have a list of all the things that I have affiliate links for, just in that section. And then my merch section, where you can go and find any merchandise related to the channel as that gets added in as well. So those are basically all under this category of Alex content. And then so that is all related to the stuff that I'm doing, and I thought it'd just be good to have that all as a resource in there together. But then this next section is this category rather is called Tech Talk, and this is where I've just basically got all the sorts of things that I cover on the channel all split down into different categories. And then we've got the video channel there, where it's basically the, like I say, this is where you can sort of meet and hang out. So I will at some point be starting to do some live streams where I basically just do them directly into that. So then it's a way that people can come and sort of participate, as opposed to just being a viewer on YouTube. I can actually come and sort of join in the conversation and things like that there. I've also got this other section with these sort of private channels that are for the courses that I'm creating. So as people sign up to, for example, my Ecamm Live Masterclass, link down below, then that tells you everything you need to know about Ecamm Live from beginner through to advanced, and all the stuff that goes with that, like using it with Zoom, Teams, everything like that, using Stream Deck, using PowerPoint and Keynote to really sort of create immersive presentations using Ecamm Live as well. So that's what the course covers. But then there is the sort of community aspect of it, where anyone who's signed up to the course, if they've signed up to my Discord as well, just let me know, and then I'll add them into this private channel here for discussions related to anything related to the actual Ecamm course. So just running through that to show you, obviously it gives you an overview of what my server looks like, but also it shows you how you can sort of organize your things. So if I come back to this one that we've just created, this is where we've got now, you can see it in its sort of bare form here. We've got this category, text channel with general, which is the first one. And then we've got voice channels, which is for all of these ones where you can have, different, think of it like different rooms, I suppose. You could almost have different kind of rooms in there where people can go and discuss different things if you wanted one for different topics, depending on how big your community is. Obviously, I've just got the one for the moment, but it's easy to add in new things. If I come down to here, click on create a channel. So if we're in this category here, just click on create a channel, and then we can choose either a text channel or voice channel. So like that, and then just click on create. And so that's how basically you can just easily build out all of your different subjects. So you can see that I've done that there, just basically added in those different, I call them subjects, they're different, different channels. And then from up here, there's a few things we can do, obviously, to change the settings of the server itself. So if I come up to the little arrow at the top, this is the name of the server. So this is the Take One Tech test server. If I click the little drop down arrow, there's different things you can do there. If you want to invite people, you can click this one to create an invite. You can invite them to people who are already on your friends lists, or you can just copy the link here. So that's where, if you want to obviously get people to join your server, you can obviously use something like Rebrandly or something like that to then create a sort of more easy to remember link. So you might want to have, your channel. In my case, for example, takeonetech.io/discord. Then I could have that as a redirect link to come into the channel itself. So that's how you sort of invite people. If I come back down here, though, we've got some server settings. I'm not going to go through all of them because there is actually quite a lot of server settings to potentially go through. But once again, Discord for creators is the place to go where, you can get walkthroughs on all of this. And she's, Keely, this is, I should say. Keely does a live stream every week, and she does streams into her channel as well to answer all of these questions about different settings and things. But basically, you can just go through, upload your icon. That is going to be the little icon that appears in the sidebar next to your server. You can change the server name, and then you've got some various different things down here related to setup and so on. You can add a little image up at the top, but you need to have a server boost. Now, this is something that probably needs to be just covered, is you'll notice in some channels, if I come back to here, you can see this little bar here, which shows 8 out of 14 boosts. There's basically 3 different levels that you can have as a server. And the idea of these boosts is it's basically community driven. So your community members can boost your server. And if you are if I come into my account, for example, this is always risky, isn't it, going into an account? But basically, it's this Discord Nitro. This is the particular thing. You can basically upgrade other people's servers as a user. So if I come into my subscriptions here, you can see that if I come into this one, it should show me the servers that I am boosting. Let me have a little look, server boost. So I'm boosting my own server, and then I'm also boosting Dina's, of course, Silverline in home place. But yeah, you can sign up to that. I forget the exact cost of the subscription to Nitro. It gives you some more functionality as a user, but then allows you to boost either your own server or other people's servers as well. So that is just to come back here. This image that I've got up at the top, you need to be on the level 2, I think, for that, in order to be able to add in these sort of images at the top. The different perks and things like that you can get. I'll sure see if I can just find those. But it's basically the different levels that you're at change a number of different things. So allowing you to have your own custom emojis. So that's one thing that I've got in here, and then you can also change this image at the top. You can tell I'm forgetting all of the benefits now, can't you? But one of the big ones though is the streaming. So it allows you to stream in higher definition into your voice channels. So that's one of the other benefits of it. But I digress. I'm sure there's a video on Nitro from coming soon, if not already, from Keeley. So you can find all of those settings there. But if I come back into the server settings over here, the other thing that you can do is you can assign different roles. So this is where really I think Discord has got such a benefit over something like Facebook groups, whereas with Facebook groups, basically everyone's either a member or they're not, and so they're either in or they're out. Whereas with roles, you can basically create lots of different levels of membership, if you like, for your Discord server. But then also people can have multiple different roles as well. So you can see that for my courses, for example, I've got specific roles, and then as people are signing up, I can add different people to those particular roles. And then what that allows me to do is to, if I just come back here, where I've got my channels, I've basically got those set up so that, for example, my Ecamm Live Masterclass channel is only available to the people who have the role of Ecamm Live Masterclass, and I can just assign those. So by creating multiple different roles, you can give people access to different areas of your server. And this, works for if you've got paid memberships and things like that at different membership levels. Excuse me, at different membership levels, they could have access to different areas of the server as well. So that is the roles that we just looked at. If I just come back to this one a second. So you can see these are basically all the different options that you've got. I do beg your pardon, I've got an extremely dry mouth. I should have had my water ready. Next is emoji. This is where you can add custom emojis, if that is of importance to you. Stickers as well, so those are the big stickers you've got there. There's some automatic moderation that you can have, so you can change various different things. So basically, and this is just for people joining the server, so people can join unrestricted, or they must have verified their email on their Discord account, and must also be registered for Discord for longer than 5 minutes, or must have a member of this server for longer than 10 minutes. And must have a verified phone number on their Discord account. So these are just different levels of authentication you can have. I think mine is set to medium for my other server, or maybe even low. It's just to stop people just coming straight in, but also I don't want to put up too many barriers, because assuming that some people are going to be watching the watching the video and want to get access straight away. So different options you can have here for explicit content, things like that, and you can require two-factor authentication for moderation. So this enables people with moderation powers will require two-factor authentication if they're going to be a moderator. And that's obviously so that you've got a bit more security in terms of you giving people access to the server. You want to make sure that they've got the right level of security to be a moderator. All sorts of other things down here. I'm not going to go into all of these, like integration, so you can integrate with different things, or like I have my Buy Me a Coffee, for example. So when people sign up to a different level on Buy Me a Coffee, I should put that up now, buymeacoffee.com/take1tech. So anyone who signs up to one of my membership programs on there will get access to different levels of the server as well. So there's those sorts of integrations are integrating with things like that. Bots and apps, so you get different bots that can perform different actions on your server. So you might see, if you've been a member of other people's server, then there's often this Me6, which is a popular one, MEE6, and that can perform various different things like advanced moderation and giving people access, welcome messages, and all that sort of stuff as well. The widget is basically a widget to add onto your website, so you can have a web widget for your Discord server on your website. That's not something that I actually use. server template as well. So this is basically just so that you can get your server set up based on a template. There was a way to actually do this at the beginning to use one of their custom templates, but this is so that you can actually create a template from the way yours is set up so that you can share that out with people. In fact, it says just there, look, a server is an easy way to share your server setup and help anyone create a server instantly. So it's basically for you to do the job of creating the template there. And then the custom invite link. So this is one thing where I've mentioned before about the invite link, and it's not necessarily memorable. Once you get up to level 3 of the server boosting, then you can actually create a custom URL, custom Discord URL in there. And so where are we? So then we've got the member management in here where you can manage different members of the server itself. So this is rather than the people that are on your server, this is actually users who are who have access to manage users. So that is, in summary, just a really quick overview of how you go about actually setting up a server in terms of literally creating one. There's various other different things in here. So you can create a channel. We looked at how to do that from within here. But if you want to create a new category, you can come down and do that from within here. So this is a new category. Just like that. I can't type and talk at the same time, and rarely spell correctly at the same time either. But that will create a new category there. You can always just move these around and drag things from one to another. So it's really easy to organize once you have started getting it set up. There's various different things you can do for those categories. So if you've got a specific category here and you right click on it, then you can edit it from within there. So you can change the category name and things like that. And if you want to add in some fancy emojis, then you can do all of that sort of stuff. I think that makes a difference, actually, just being able to see at a glance what things are. So I've done that. Certainly not my idea. Once more, another idea that I copied from Keely. Thank you, Keely. And then you can also change the settings for the text channels as well. So coming in here, and then you can just edit the channel as well. With the channels, what you can do is you can actually change the permissions. So this is where you can add a specific permission for a channel. There is this in the global settings as well, but you can change settings for like what people can do in there. So you might want to have some channels that are read only, some channels where people can obviously do whatever they want in there, some that are only available to people with certain permissions, and some that are only people can only post in them with certain permissions, but other people can still view them. So there's lots of flexibility really about what you can do with those. You can also create invites specifically for a channel as well. So if you want to just send somebody directly into a specific channel, then you can do that as well. And again, you can have all these sort of integrations with a specific channel too. So that is a little look at the channels. Let me just see if there's anything quickly that I've missed in here. As I say, this isn't supposed to be a sort of start to finish overview of Discord, but just showing you how easy it is actually to just get up and started. And once you've got something like this up and running, then you can go and change the settings for these channels. You can come over here and edit the channel as well. So you can change the channel name, you can edit the channel topic. So this is the channel topic. This is basically going to show up here. So this is basically just to give people an overview of exactly what the particular channel is about. So here, this is where I've described what that's about. You can put links and things in there as well. So if you want to link to anything else from within the channel topic, you can do that. One thing to note is this doesn't actually appear on the mobile app on iOS, on either iPad or the phone, without actually clicking on it. So although it shows up here, it doesn't show up until you actually click on it. I haven't got my iPad linked up now, but you actually have to click on the title or click somewhere at the top, and then it will reveal this particular description. But it does always show up on the desktop. And let's just have another quick look at anything that I've missed from there. And this is here, slow mode. I haven't got this turned on anything, but members will be restricted to sending one message and creating one thread per specified interval unless they have managed channel or managed message permission. So this is basically just to stop people going in and spamming. So you can put limits on there in terms of basically how many posts people can put into the channel. And then there's also age restrictions, not really necessary for what I do. and then I think we've looked at the permissions. So as I say, that is just basically an overview of the process of just actually setting up a Discord server, not intended to be, you know, the how to organize it and things like that. Definitely check out Discord for Creators for all of that sort of stuff. I've got a playlist, by the way, about everything to do with Discord, and that is some of the videos that I've done. I've done about 4 or 5 on Discord now, but then also in that playlist you'll find all of Keely's stuff as well, or all of the sort of recent stuff that she's done, and that's a great way to get in touch with her as well. That's all for this video though, but